What's going on YouTube? My name is ginj-tcg or Chris, and today I'm back with another rogue deck video, and this one I am super excited to show you guys because this has to, I feel like I say this a lot, but I love playing this deck. Like all the time. I've used it in real life plenty of times, and I can't wait to get going and show you guys it here. And what it is Zoroark VSTAR. With the Trick and Curse attack, you swing for a total of 300 damage. However, when double turbo energy, since it's two colorless, when you have in play, you end up swinging 280. And how it works is you do 50 damage for each of your bench Pokemon that has any damage counters on it, which might seem like a little chaotic because that is like hard to do. Like, how do you get damage counters on all the Pokemon? Well, what you do is you use Gengar with the Netherworld Gate ability. So if this card is in the discard pile, you can just put it onto your bench and then put 3 damage counters on it. So you can use that. You can use Damage Pump to spread the damage counters around onto other Pokemon if you had to use like a Nest Ball or something and it went from your deck to your bench, or just any Pokemon that didn't take any damage. Boom, put a damage counter on it, swing 50 more damage. We've also got the Dodrio with the Zooming Draw ability. I've showed this draw engine before, and you guys know it is one of my favorite out there. I think it's one of the most fun to use. But once during your turn, you can put a damage counter on this Pokemon, which helps Zoroark's attack, and then you can draw a card. So then when you pair that with Ciphermaniacs, you get some pretty fun combos where you can just make sure the card you draw is the one you need. Also, it functions as an insane backup attacker that's only worth 1 prize because you have the Ballistic Beak attack, which does 30 damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon. So it caps out at 280, which is an amazing number to hit if you could get a Dodrio taking that much damage, which honestly is pretty possible because your opponent's going to be chasing down Zoroarks. You know, maybe go for your Squawk, which will help, you know, that early game consistency we're going to get on the bench. To fix maths, we have Radiant Alakazam, where we can move damage counters around, and then to further help ourselves get more damage on our Pokemon, as well as get some early damage on your opponent's Pokemon, is 4 copies of Gatedraw Bog. So whenever your opponent benches a Pokemon from their hand to their bench, they take 2 damage counters. So since Nest Ball bypasses that, because it goes from deck to bench and not hand to bench, we're only playing 2 copies of Nest Ball for Ultra Ball for Great Ball. Because Ultra Ball and Great Ball search for a Pokemon from your deck and then put it into your hand, so then when you bench it, you could get the Gatedraw Bog attack. Or excuse me, the Gatedraw Bog damage. So, you know, that's pretty much how Zoroark VSTAR works. It's a very streamlined, very consistent deck. Its Phantom Star VSTAR ability is insane. It's just research. You just discard your hand, draw 7. So since you've got research as a built-in one-time ability, you know, we don't have to go in for, you know, 4 copies into research. Like, you could play Ciphermaniac, then use Phantom Star. So then you get, like, Ciphermaniac plus research, and you know 2 of the cards in that hand are already goated. Since we're only playing 8 energy, I wanted to make sure we've got a copy of Cyllene in here. I just figured, you know what, like, if I could just put a double turbo energy or 2, or maybe a gift energy back in my deck just to recycle stuff, that would be pretty sweet. Just make sure that I have enough energy to attack through game in case I have to, like, Ultra Ball or Research or Phantom Star away a couple energy. It could really hurt. For our A-Spec, I'm running Max Belt. Since Charizard is really popular, this deck can't swing for 330 naturally. Let's say we have a full board set up, and we're swinging 280 because we have a double turbo energy on Zoroark VSTAR. If we attach the Max Belt, now we swing 330. We can one-shot a Charizard EX. And if we Cyllene and get heads, we could take that Max Belt back and one-shot another one, and then maybe go for a Boss KO on Pidgeot EX, or to maybe even use a Ballistic Beak Zooming Draw on Pidgeot EX. I mean, you know, the options are kind of endless after that, but I like the copy of Max Belt. It does help out a lot, and maybe in the early game you weren't able to get a full board and you're up against Raging Bolt and they've got like a Bravery Charm or something attached. You know, this tool can kind of just get you there and make sure you're swinging for all the damage you need, which I do really like in this deck. Past that, I mean, yeah, it's a very straightforward list. We're playing 4 ofs of an insane amount of cards. Also, to make sure we're recycling supporters, because this deck does require a lot of just heavy discard. Between Phantom Star and Research, we often get rid of a lot of things we need. So if we have to get rid of, like, Boss, Cheren's Care, Ciphermaniac, or Cyllene, I'm playing a copy of Palpad, so hopefully we could recycle those things. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the list. I mean, we've got a slightly higher kind of switching cards in here. I say switching. We've got 1 switch, but 2 jet. Really just to make sure if we want to attack with a single prize or at any point, we could get it there easily. It's not super hard to set up. You know, hopefully we have a decent time finding 2 jet or 1 switch. And yeah, that's pretty much the whole list. Also, random side note before we get into the video, I know, for those of you who don't know, I just adopted a cat. Her name is Happy. She's posted on a little post in like the community tab on my channel if you wanted to go check her out. She's adorable. But she's also blind. So something I realized over the past couple days was she loves exploring in the rooms where she could hear my voice, obviously. So I'm not recording with my headset because I'm just playing things out of my monitor. Not that anyone could really hear it because that sound is muted. But between the sound of my voice and the music I have playing in the background, you know, usually she comes and explores. So if you hear meowing at any point, that's Happy. You know, that's my cat. She meows a lot. She pretty much echolocates everywhere she goes. So yeah, just small update on her. She's doing awesome. We're doing pretty good. Anyways, let's get into this video. I can't wait to show off Zoroark VSTAR and how well it can do, because I think this meta is honestly solid for it. Sorry, one more second before we get into it. We're playing a very hyper-aggressive meta. Many of the top decks are really trying to force like massive KOs that go 2-4-6 as soon as possible, with the exception of maybe Ancient Box, because they don't mind two-shotting. It's an all-single prize deck, but a way to get around that is if you could force a single prize, or Cheren's Care can really help in that matchup. If you can scoop up Zoroark in the early game and just tell them to reset, they're an attack behind that really actually does affect them, especially using Ballistic Beak on top of that. But yeah, a lot of matchups are really going for that 2-4-6 type game. So if we can ensure that we can chase, go as hard, I think this deck has a legitimate spot, in this type of meta right now. It goes first because you want to evolve into Zoroark VSTAR as well as Dodrio. But so does Regidrago, and Regidrago is doing fine. I don't think it's like the best deck right now, but I think it's easily top 7. Or top 7, top 10, whatever list you put it in, it's got to be in one of those two. It's definitely not under top 10. It's still doing really well post-Worlds, and it's still one of the most played decks. So that's kind of what I mean, where it's like, if Regidrago can hang, so can Zoroark, because we have one prize attackers, which Regidrago doesn't have. We evolve just as fast. If anything, honestly, I'd say this deck is more consistent just because Phantom Star, I think, is a little better than Legacy Star. And maybe we've got some more liabilities and it's easy to KO us, but like, when has Miraidon ever cared about getting, KO'd on the attacking turn? They don't play many defensive cards, neither do we. It's fine. We're taking one-shots every turn as well, so... I think Zoroark VSTAR legitimately could be a solid deck right now. I think it's very consistent, very strong, and there's some different ways to build it. One thing to note, I am playing 2 copies of Manaphy, which is a little interesting. Reason being, against Regidrago, they could go for a Cheren play on all of our Dodrios, or, Gengar, Alakazam, if we got some damage counters on it. So to prevent that from happening, to prevent a Prime Catcher canceling Cologne from happening, I'm playing 2 copies of Manaphy. So if I have a feeling that that could be a play against my deck while playing this list, you know what? I figured it'd be important to just include 2 copies of Manaphy and not need it against Regidrago, than not have 2 copies of Manaphy and cry when I lose all 3 of my Dodrios. So anyways, now that I've finished all that, let's get into the video. Let's show how well Zoroark VSTAR can do. Welcome to match number 1. We open up with a rather rough hand. Our opponent took a mulligan. They've got a bunch of water energy. It was really the biggest thing we saw. So nothing insane. And I'm sadly going to have to research away a bunch of water energy, and now I'm staring at Duskull. I have no idea what they're playing. However, we are now forced to... God, we have to research away literally all of our Jet, probably a Gift, and Cheren's Care. This is not going to feel good. A Palkia deck? We could take a Palkia deck. And they got a lot of Duskull. I'm curious to see what we're playing. It seems to be Rogue v Rogue in this first match, because this is not what I expected. I brought this deck hoping I would match against Raging Bull, against Miraidon, against decks like that. I'm up against Palkia Duskull, which is... Oh, and we have to get rid of a boss. Oh my gosh. All right. Well, I'm going to get rid of this guy, because they're going to get researched anyways. As well as all my energy. Hey, this is how it is sometimes, man. You're playing Zoroark for the vibes. Sometimes this is just how it is. We definitely need a Zoroark down, though. That's the most important thing to evolve. I could play the Gift just to play an energy. I probably won't draw into my other Gift, but that's fine. At least I can draw when that is inevitably KO'd at some point. And this is a bit better. Okay, so we can Great Ball first. If we get a Doduo, I might play Gate Trail Bog. We get Zoroark. I probably don't need Alakazam, right? Because we swing 280. No, I don't think I want to take Alakazam. And that's just Dusknoir food. So we got another Zoroark. I could Gate Drop Bog and get 2 Zoroarks down. That definitely doesn't feel that bad, to be honest. And we have Palpad, so I can put Cheren's Care back in the deck, actually, which feels pretty good too. Like Cheren's Care, maybe Research. Just try to work around not having a boss. We got Cyllene, so if I really need a boss back, I could do that. Although if I need an energy back, which is more likely, I could, Cyllene and put an energy back on the deck. I'm not going to Palpad yet. I will Gape Drop Bog, however, and bench 2 Zoroarks, get some good value out of Gate Drill Bog. And then, do I even want a Palpad this turn? Not really, honestly. I think we just pass. They got 4 cards in hand. They didn't do anything too crazy on their first turn. I don't even think that... Did they use Greninja? I don't think so, no. So they didn't have an energy in hand at the end of their turn. They got Pokestop. We'll see what they get off Pokestop. I still don't totally know what they're playing. They play Iono. It's fine by me. Absolutely fine by me. Maybe I should have used Palpad there, put some supporters I wanted back in the deck, but it's all good. I'm not sweating too much. And this hand is insane, actually. Oh my god. If they don't take a KO, yo, switch, Zoroark VSTAR, Phantom Star, Double Turbo Energy, Research. Good night, Streaks. I will see you later. That is disgusting. And they research away Blood Moon, Ursaluna, Palkia. Only get a heavy ball. It's huge for us. If they whiff this KO, that's going to feel really, really good for us. Definitely not complaining about that. Something important to remember with Zoroark VSTAR. We ideally have 260 HP on ourselves because we want a damage counter on every Pokemon to swing for max damage, and you know, all that. Palkia swings 260, so it's going to be just a trade of one-shots. However, they've got 3 Duskulls in play. That tells me they're really relying on this Dusknoir guy, which hopefully can help our maths more. So we're going to play Great Ball. What do I get off it? I get Gengar, perfect. So I'm going to research here, and I like Gengar just to get on the bench. I'm going to evolve this Zoroark. Put the Double Turbo Energy on it. That way I'm not wasting that gift energy. Maybe I could get that fully set up with like 2 different energies. I'm going to bench this guy, switch into Zoroark, and I guess just rip a Research. And then we have Phantom Star for after 2 if needed. Okay, this isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. Actually, this is solid. We can make this work. Probably not going to need Max Belt. Definitely don't need another Nest Ball. I could go for a Doduo, but I think I'm going to pass. I think I just want to use Gengar. Get some damage counters on the board. You know, show off this Gengar and how useful it is. So now we could put, honestly, I don't even hate 2 damage counters on Doduo. Just set it up to maybe take a huge OHKO. Although, if I put 2 damage counters on Doduo, they could use Duskull and not Dusknoir. Or they could use, Dusclops to take a KO on Doduo. So I'm not going to do that, actually. I'm just going to damage pump. I'm going to move 2 damage counters from this guy. I'm going to throw 1 on Doduo, 1 on Manaphy. And we'll hold off on putting it on Zoroark for now. Maybe later. Maybe later we get into that. Definitely want to play Gate Drill Bog. I want to win the Stadium Race. I don't want them to have access to Pokestop. Even though I'm not getting value from it right now, the value is coming from them not having Pokestop. Because they didn't do much with their turn. So then, oh, I could Phantom Star as well. Although I don't think I even want to. If they get a pop-off KO, though, we're cooked. Actually, now that I think about it. Because here's what I don't want to waste a Double Turbo Energy. But we don't have anything. We have got a completely dead hand if he takes a KO. So I think it's safer just to Phantom Star now. See if we can get another Zoroark in play. Perfect. And Dodrio. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, that was the play. And then we got Palpad as well. Oh, this feels great, actually. We got Damage Pump, too. Oh, this feels so good. Yeah, I love this. All right, so let's Palpad back. Let's get Boss Cheren's Care. Those are going to be the most clutch cards from this point on. And I don't need to play Damage Pump, honestly, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to swing 230. There's no benefit in swinging 280 this turn. But if you look, like if we attach the Max Belt to active, after that Phantom Star, we were swinging 330. Easily. Very easily. So if that was a Charizard deck and they evolved into Charizard, we were fine. Like, we would have been okay. So that's what I mean, where, like, this deck, once it starts going, there's some tricky plays, but overall, it's a very straightforward deck. It's pretty... I think, like, just to pick it up and play it, out of all the decks I've played, this is one of the easier ones just to pick up randomly after not thinking about it for months and just give it a go. You know, this deck definitely fits that type of vibe a bit more because it's just a lot of aggro decks are like that. I think the hardest aggro deck for a completely new player, never played it before, maybe Chien-Pao, just because there's different options and it's the least linear of all of them. But Chien-Pao I wouldn't say is like the most difficult deck by any means. It's definitely just, I guess, the hardest. When you look at aggro decks like Raging Bolt, Zoroark, Miraidon, Chien-Pao, am I missing any? I'm not sure. Ancient Box, I guess you could put up there. Roaring Moon. You know, I think Chien-Pao is the hardest. Sorry, a little tangent on, on the play level of aggro decks. I don't know where that came from. Our opponent got Dusknoir. I'm curious to see who they use that ability on, because they take a KO with Dusknoir on Doduo, Manaphy, or Gengar. If they do it on Gengar, I'm just going to put it right back on the bench, so that's fine. And they give me a prize card for it, which actually fixes my prize card math, because I want to go 2, 4, 6. And we were Iono'd into a banger of a hand. Oh my gosh, this feels so good. This is actually insane. And they get Pokémon VSTAR, yeah, so they got the Star Portal. They got a whole bunch of energy in this card. They get full value out of this Star Portal. 2 energy on active. They're definitely taking the KO. Nothing I can do about that. However, I'm going to hopefully also follow up with a big KO. How can I do that? I can get the double turbo energy attached, I guess, to the Zoroark with the gift. I really didn't want to do that, but if I had to, it's fine. It's not the end of the world. Just want to make sure I'm getting full value from every card I can with this deck. Try to be as smart as I can with my resources. So we're going to play this Zoroark just because it's the safest thing. And if I happen to top deck Zoroark VSTAR, I'll cope with that. We get Great Ball. I actually might have been able to just get Zoroark. Yeah, we were. Okay. That's fine. So I guess I could have promoted Zoroark there. There was a good chance we were drawing into it. I just didn't want to waste it. How many double turbo energies are we down to? This is 3. So we do have 1 more in the deck. And we still have Cyllene, so we can still get things back with Cyllene. So that's fine. We can throw double turbo energy on the active because we don't have any jet. We used our switch early game, didn't we? Yeah, we used our switch. Okay. So I am going to have to do what? I'm going to have to damage pump. Nothing has 3 damage counters on it, which hurts a little bit. Although I could just put it on the active. Alright, hear me out. I think this is the play. We're going to do damage onto this guy. Hit done. I've got Gape Draw Bog. I'm going to hope off this research plus Zooming Draw. We draw into just 1 basic Pokemon I could bench. Perfect. That works. And we get Double Turbo Energy Gift. Actually, that's pretty sweet. I will throw down Zoroark. Dodrio might be easier to set up at this point and give me extra draw. And we're going to try to close this game out, I think, with 2 Zoroarks. Unless we get Cheren's Care, which I do have Ciphermaniac. That isn't actually another big possibility. Let's do Doduo. Let's do Doduo. And then we'll get some Gape Draw Bog damage plus eventual Zooming Draw damage. We'll be able to swing pretty big with maybe a Doduo. Kind of ruin their math a little bit, hopefully. Let's get a damage counter on here. Get another damage pump. That's awesome. So even if I whiffed a basic Pokemon or something, you know, like we would have figured it out for sure. So we got a solid hand. I think we just swing 280. See if they got an answer. They need Palkia VSTAR Water Energy to get a great answer. And this match is honestly, I think, a lot harder than I thought because Palkia swings so perfectly for one-shots. And we are going to need, maybe a Roseanne's backup could be nice in this deck as a one-of. Get back a Pokemon, get back a Zoroark VSTAR, whatever you need. A Gape Draw Bog, a Double Turbo Energy, plus Max Belt. Honestly, I would consider Roseanne's backup. It actually could go insane in this deck. Maybe instead of Cyllene, honestly. Maybe it's better, because you get 4 cards back, and you get 1 of pretty much everything you want. They Iona me down to 3. That's fine. I mean, we do lose Double Turbo Energy. Oh, and they do have the KO. Actually, that could be really bad now that I think about it. Whoopsies. That's not good. Alright, we're going to have to judge. Pray we get Double Turbo Energy off this. Because they got the Retreat KO. And then we're kind of on the back burner for a little. We have to hope they don't have a follow-up after that. Oh, man, yeah, this is tricky, actually. I don't know how to get around this one. Just because we've only got 1 Double Turbo left. So even if I get Cyllene, if I top deck Cyllene, I think I'd play that over Judge and go for the 50% chance that a coin flip would hit once and I could get a Double Turbo Energy back just for Dodrio to Zoom and Draw. Actually, you know what? If they swing KO too, we are going to get access to gift energy. So maybe this isn't the end of the world because we're drawing a big 4 here. What do we get? Nothing insane. Ah, man, that hurts. And I can't boss anything up. Because if I boss up like Blood Moon or Saluna KO it, they're just going to swing KO with Palkia and there's nothing I can do. So let's get this guy in the active. Let's just hope we can somehow pull this one off. How do I do this? How do I do this? Cheren's Care doesn't help me that much. I think we just have to go Judge. Judge, Zooming Draw, and Pray, right? I think so. Alright, let's try it. Judge. Zoom and Draw. We need the Double Turbo Energy. If we don't, we lose. And, oh, thank God, by the skin of our teeth. We got it. Actually, it wasn't off Zoom and Draw, so I guess it wasn't by the skin of our teeth. And we have a basic Pokemon. Actually, yeah, we have a basic Pokemon. We don't have another Gengar in the deck, but we got Radiant Alakazam in hand. So I could play that if needed. I don't know if I necessarily want to initially. Let me draw 1 card. We get Boss. It's actually huge for us. So we'll play the Alakazam. Get Zoroark ready to one-shot. And from here, I don't know what we have to do next turn to make this work. The next turn is going to be impossible to figure out. I guess, hope they don't have the KO on Zoroark. That's really all I got. I mean, they could use Blood Moon or Saluna. Doesn't swing for KO, though. Because they're at 240. We've got 260 HP. I guess if they have Defiance Band, we just kind of cope. They get it off that. If they use Dusknoir, we win. How many damage pumps do we have left? Could we try to win with Dodrio, if anything? We got 2 damage pumps. 14 cards left. Actually, you know what? Oh, no, because I need Cyllene. I don't have any energy left. Yeah. Oh, no, I got 1 gift. That's so funny. Countercatcher. Wow. Yeah, it's actually going to work, too. It's really going to work. I don't have anything to stall that out. But I'm not upset about it. Again, they can't use Dusknoir. Dusknoir is sitting there. It's a completely dead card. And they get Irida for Palkia VSTAR, Night Stretcher. They're going to take a Palkia V back. Yeah, they're going to try to do this. They're playing really well. This deck is definitely a lot harder than I thought. I can Ciphermaniacs for Cyllene. Use Zooming Draw, get Cyllene, and just try to get the switch back. Because I got Boss in hand. I think that's going to be our route from here on out. And hope they don't get a Water Energy, Palkia VSTAR, Boss's Orders. And the time it takes me to do all that. Wait a second. Do they? No, they have Rule the Region. Okay. Thinning the deck. That makes sense. Oh, for Pokestop. Ah, this ain't good. This isn't good at all. This is bad news bears. Okay. And we get Cyllene right now. Oh my god, wait. That might have been the top deck of all top decks. If I could get Switch, I just win. Come on. Come on, dude. Give me 1 heads. I hate this game. Because we're down Palpad and Cyllene. Palpad, Cyllene. That's insane. That might have been the worst way for this to go. That might have been the worst way for this to go. And we have really no way of healing ourselves. Okay, I could look for... Wow, that was the worst thing that could have happened. I needed 1 heads, and we were fine. And I missed all of it. Doesn't really matter. I don't need any Pokemon left. I guess I'm just looking for damage pumps at this point. How many are in the deck? We still got 2. Okay. 2 and a gift. Yeah, we don't have any way to switch. They could just boss stall us, I guess. Although, we've got more cards in our deck than them, so I'm just going to Zooming Draw for 2. I'm going to slow down a little bit, because they could boss stall us. We get 1 damage pump, that's perfect, that's all we needed. So what I'm going to do is take the damage off Zoroark, which is going to ruin the one-shot, but it's going to make sure that Palkia VSTAR also doesn't one-shot me, because that's at all... And we get the other damage pump to put it right back. That's literally the best thing that could happen. Let's go damage onto this Dodrio, just in case. And we can Painful Spoons. Honestly, we could even Painful Spoons. No, I like the energy, the damage on both these guys. I'm going to just hold off. I'm just going to pass. I can't believe we flipped Double Tails with Cyllene. 1 heads. If we flipped 1 heads, we put Switch on top of our deck, Zooming Draw for a game. That was all we needed. And we still are not there. I'm not going to do anything. I really just need them to take a KO at this point. So we're just going to pass. Because I don't even have my Judge to replenish my deck and use Zooming Draws more and more to get a lot of damage done onto a Dodrio for a one-shot. So yeah, we're just going to keep passing. If they want to run this the deck out, I mean, we might have the upper hand. I don't know. This is going to be a really interesting ending. This is a much, much closer game than I thought for game 1. I legitimately have no idea who's going to win. They can't boss KO Zoroark without some sort of Defiance Band or something like that. They can't use Dusknoir, which might have taken the spot of Defiance Band, because if they use that, we just win, because we only have 1 prize card remaining. We don't have any more switches. We've got 5 cards in the deck. They've got 5 cards in deck, but they're forced to draw 1 before we are. So that's why I wasn't upset about using 2 Zooming Draws there, because we're 1 card ahead of our opponent. They do have more cards in hand, but if they replenish our deck for us, that's fine. I'm not really going to sweat it too much at that point, and they just scoop. So yeah, actually, I don't know if they had a way to get around that. I guess they didn't have any sort of way to boost Palkia's damage, and if they used Palkia VSTAR or Blood Moon or Saluna, they would have swung into Zoroark, left it with 10 HP remaining if they used Palkia, and then we would have just swung KO. So that was wild ending, ridiculous ending, but we took the chip in game number 1. Let's see if we can guarantee the positive record in match number 2. Welcome to match number 2, where we're up against an Arbok deck, which is going to be so beyond annoying it's not even funny. That being said, we do open up with a solid hand. I I have to Ultra Ball this turn. I don't know what I really want to get rid of. I hate to get rid of Max Belt, but I guess we do one-shot Arbok if we set up perfectly. I don't want to get rid of Gift Energy at all, actually. I really like having Gift Energy. I think I'm just going to get rid of Max Belt Damage Pump, because those are the most sackable cards in our hand. And we one-shot Arbok. I'm not playing against Charizard. That I know of, so I don't necessarily need it right now. I could go Squawk. But our hand is honestly kind of flawless. How many Jet and Switch do I have access to in the deck? Do we have a good chance of finding it? We got 1 Switch, 2 Jet. Perfect. Yeah, we got a decent chance of finding it, because I got Phantom Star and Research next turn. Like, or I got Research and then Phantom Star, excuse me. So if I don't get it off Research, I've got Phantom Star for the follow-up, or I could try to save it a little bit and look for, preferably Jet Energy. If I could Jet Energy to Zoroark VSTAR, that would be awesome. The only thing I'm worried about is we got no damage counters on any of our Pokemon. Right now, however, that can change very, very fast with this deck. I mean, 1 Gape Draw Bog, a Damage Pump, some Zooming Draws, you're ready to rumble so quick. And we don't need an insane amount of damage done. We need 70, so we really just need 2 Pokemon with damage counters attached. They got Janine's Secret Art, still 2 Pokemon with damage counters, so essentially 2 Dodrios. And we're good to go. So, our opponent can limit our hand a lot, however, we can also just... I guess that could hurt us, because there are a lot of things we do like a lot of times you have supporters in the hand that could be really big if our opponent manages to get a discard off. Ultra Ball, great top deck, wrong time for it. Would have loved to see that at any other time, honestly. For now, what do we got? We got a lot of things, actually. A lot of good things, too. So, and we have the Jet. Wow, actually, this hand is amazing. It's freaking insane, dude. What? So we got Jet to active. We got Dodrio down here. We got Gape Jaw Bog. Let's get another Doduo down. Why not? Give me the Doduos. Do I need Alakazam this matchup? Not sure. It's going to get Phantom Starred. It's fine. I'll figure it out later. Manaphy, I will thin out of the deck. We don't need Manaphy against Arbok. And I'm going to Phantom Star, then Zooming Draw. I am going to sack. I could bench Radiant Alakazam, just guarantee the KO. Oh, no, because I got the guarantee KO with Zooming Draw, and I really don't know if I need Radiant Alakazam. I don't think I do. So I'm just going to Phantom Star it away. I don't know. I don't think I need it this matchup. It's great V-Star. I think it's honestly like the wrong time for it. I love this. Love this hand. I need another Zoroark V-Star. V down. And we have the double turbo energy to evolve, as well as Jet Energy for Dodrio. So let's get some Zooming Draws and... Never mind. I was going to say Zooming Draw first, then Great Ball. It's thin the deck, and then use Great Ball to search for Zoroark V. Don't even have to worry, though. We just get it like that. And we get another Dodrio for now. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Yeah, like I said, damage ramps up really, really fast in this deck. We're already swinging 200. So let's just rip these. Let's just thin them. Actually, you know what? Our hand is really good. In case they do get an Arbok attack, let's actually keep the other Great Ball and hope they get rid of Great Ball and not anything else. Because we need a lot of the other cards in our hand. Like, really bad. But their board state's also in a really rough spot. So if we have to do this with like 1 or 2 Zoroarks, or maybe a Zoroark and a Dodrio, like I will. We'll be alright. And we get another Zoroark V-Star from the prize. That's good. That's actually really, really good. Now I don't mind. Honestly, I think Arbok has the hand disruption attack where they, get rid of 2 cards from your opponent's hand at random. Ideally, they get rid of Great Ball Zoroark V-Star. Let's double check. Excuse me. Rain less. Sorry, I apologize. It rained last night. Allergies are going a little crazy. And they got Squavet, Bieber. Okay, alright. So there's a very high chance. And Iona, very high chance they find a Dark Energy this turn. However, we get to keep a lot of the cards we didn't want to lose. Like Cyllene and Double Turbo Energy and Zoroark. And somehow we got a bunch of those back. So this is now very scary. They're getting rid of 2 cards from my hand. And, my hand is filled with bangers. So, not good. Oh. Forgot about rigid band and tools like that, so we're not actually one-shotting them. I am gonna need Max Belt or Radiant Alakazam, both of which I chose to get rid of. Well, alright, Max Belt I didn't choose to get rid of, I had to get rid of. I'll stand by that decision. However, we are not one-shotting Arbok anymore, but I guess we're two-shotting each other. It's not the end of the world. Max Belt's definitely gonna clutch up. If I get Cyllene, we're 100% going for that Max Belt bag. Like, absolutely. And what are they? Menacing Fangs. Oh, I get to choose. Oh, thank God. All right. Goodbye. 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 I kind of want them to get the Gate Draw Bog effect, so I want to keep it in my hand. This is fine. And then I could just zooming draw. Actually, you know what? Since we get to choose and it's not random, that actually works really well for us. We get Palpad back. I'm going to have to keep that no matter what. There's actually like no chance I could ever get rid of that card. We're going to bench these just so I never have to get rid of them. And we're going to double zooming draw. Chances are I'm probably going to hold on to them because I really like the 2 cards in our hand a lot. Switch, yeah, I could get rid of a switch if absolutely needed. Everything in our deck is an attacker. Everything in play right now is an attacker. So I'm not too worried about that. And we get a Gengar. Oh yeah, I'll get rid of Gengar. That's fine. We'll swing 220. So we honestly would have whiffed. Oh no, we wouldn't have whiffed the one shot if they didn't have that. Because oh no, we'd be at 250. Yeah, we did actually just whiff the one shot anyways. So you know what? I'm not upset about that rigid band. The only way we could have hit that one shot is if we had Max Spell, and it was discarded because of the first turn. The opening hand, we had to get rid of it. So, you know what? Rigid Band coming down now is fine. That's actually... It might have been better to put it on the bench to Ekans, because at that point, we might have had a full bench. You know? So, we do have to be worried. It is a mill-type deck, which does worry me a bit, because I mill myself a lot with Zoroark. I'd be lying to you if in one of my warm-up games I forgot to look at my deck and I milled myself. We had the chip too. It was against Quad Thorns, which isn't a bad matchup for this deck. We use one ability with rule boxes predominantly. It's Phantom Star, maybe Squawk, maybe Radiant Alakazam. You could live without them. We use Phantom Star every game though, and we play one copy of Canceling Cologne. So if you get like Ciphermaniac, like what I did in that game, Ciphermaniac, Canceling Cologne, double turbo energy. Used Canceling Cologne, ripped Phantom Star, got the double turbo energy, attacked for KO, and then we were flying the rest of the game. There's not much our opponent could do. Yeah, they even flipped, like, I think it was 2 heads in Quad Thorns, but I was able to Cyllene one, oh, we don't have any in discard now, 1 double turbo energy back, which was enough I needed to just keep attacking. So it wasn't the worst outcome. And they're going to swing for KO there, that's big. But we're going to get rid of Switch Gengar. And we draw a whole bunch of cards, actually, that's really nice too. We get all of our Gate Draw Bogs, though. That does hurt. That's very... declogging our hand a lot. Not really what I want to see. It's alright, though. It's all good. We got Zoroark. Honestly, this hand actually goes insane as well, now that I think about it. And it bosses orders. Yo, wait. Could we could actually take a KO on this guy here. That might actually be better for us. Right? Because then we could use Gengar. We could swing for the most amount of damage. Netherworld Gate. And I got Ultra Ball, Palpad I like. Let's use our zooming draws. But we're swinging how much? 250. Yeah, if I boss this guy up, we're swinging 280. So we're definitely going to do that. I'm going to zooming draw first in case there's another play worth making. I don't know if there is. Damage Pump. Actually, Damage Pump is pretty nice too. It's not a bad card to have. And what do we get off this guy? We get Ciphermaniac. That's an amazing card to draw into. I'm going to boss, though. I'm going to take out this Arbok EX, because if he gets another Rigid Band down or something like that, it's going to be very annoying, and I have the ability to one-shot an Arbok now. I'm just going to take advantage of it. They've only got one other Arbok in play, which we're KOing next turn. It's got 50 HP left, so I'm not too worried about that thing. Phenomenal cards to draw into. If they use Menacing Fangs, goodbye Nest Ball, goodbye Gengar. Don't need them at all, you know? So it's not bad. Definitely a fun deck. Definitely one I think I need to revisit. Have I don't remember. Someone let me know in the comments down below if I've played Arbok since Zoroark's Mechanicians has been standard legal. Or, excuse me, obviously it's standard legal. Since it came out in Shrouded Fable. I don't remember if I made my Arbok video right before that came out or right after. However, I know now that I need to remake it because I loved that video so much. That was I think one of the most fun videos I ever made for the channel. One of the most fun times I had, and it works so well. And Zoroark's Machinations is it? And Janine's what is it? Janine's Secret Art, I think is the name of the card. Secret Art is an insane addition because I think the hardest trouble with that deck was Energy Acceleration. And Janine's Secret Art really did fix that the most. It wasn't even hand disruption. Like Zoroark's Machinations is more fun. Janine's Secret Art might be the best addition, because now it makes this deck a lot more consistent. So, definitely something worth looking into. They also play Duskull. Please use Duskull. If they use it and take a KO themselves, we only have to KO one other Arbok. So that would be great for us. They're hurting, though. They're hurting so much. They're not one-shotting us. They could get rid of Judge, Damage Pump. Honestly, I'm fine with that. Honestly, depending on what I top deck, I might just choose to fall back into top deck mode. I could use Zooming Draw. But for what? Well, also, why are they having so much trouble with Buddy Buddy Poffin? Oh, because they're down 3 Ekans. They might not have any more Ekans. There is a chance it could be prized. It's prized. Which is bad news bears for our opponent, because they got no follow-up next turn at all. And they use their supporter. They're not going to be able to boss stall something. They might be cooked. We might have just kind of overwhelmed them with pure consistency, baby. The name of the game is Zoroark VSTAR. Awesome Pokemon. Also, like, look at this card, dude. Look at this goofy boy. That is a goofy card right there. Love it. Love it so much. Legitimately such a phenomenal deck. I think it's such a good, well-rounded deck with Dodrio. Dodrio, Gengar, Zoroark, perfect combo Pokemon. It's a phenomenal combo of Pokemon. Everything on this board is lethal. And if you're worried about Gengar getting boss stall, just put in a couple Psychic Energies on the deck. 2 damage counters on your opponent's active for each of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Not the worst attack if you need to use it. But if you're that worried about it getting boss stalled because it's a 2 energy retreat, just take out like a Jet and a Gift and put in 2 Psychic or something like that. And yeah, they just pass here. Honestly, they might have even tabbed out. Great top deck. Do I judge? I don't think so. I think I just swing. I don't want to. Actually, I do like having Judge. Well, we'll zoom and draw once or twice. See what we get. Another damage pump. All right, I'll do it again because I don't want to get rid of 2 damage pumps if I don't have to. I do really like having those damage pumps in the back pocket. Ciphermaniac's Codebreaking. Best card I could have drawn. Let's use it now. If I get rid of these 2, I get rid of these 2 because I'm just going to take boss's orders on top. And just in case, we'll take a Jet in case they go for the boss stall. I got double zooming draw, so I can use those very easily. And I've got game on board because of top deck zooming draw. So there's really not much my opponent can do. If they Iono me, we draw into those. If they judge me, I will figure it out from there. But I'm pretty sure we got the chip no matter what. I think our opponent tapped out. I think they knew since Ekans was prized, they didn't have any other Ekans to get in play. There's absolutely nothing we could do. So we just completely overwhelmed our opponent. I was very scared at first, because hand control against a deck like this could really hurt. But, I mean, they couldn't keep up with the power and pressure Zoroark was applying, even when I didn't take that big one-shot because of Rigid Band. So, actually, no, I whiffed it anyways. Yeah, no, it's fine. Even if that Rigid Band wasn't there, we were swinging 250. So, it really wasn't the end of the world. We were two-shotting that Arbok no matter what we wanted. So, it's fine. It's cool. What they got? What do they got? Yeah, they definitely tapped out. There's no way our opponent is actually here. They're taking forever to put a Pokemon in the active. I think it's safe to say we got 2-0 with Zoroark against 2 decks I really didn't expect to see. I mean, it's safe to say we are in like the back room of all back rooms, and there it is. Our opponent was inactive for too long. Feels good. Feels pretty good for sure. So, 2-0 with Zoroark VSTAR. Let's get into match number 3. See if we can get 3-0 for the day with Zoroark VSTAR. Welcome to match number 3. This might be the worst hand I've ever seen in my life. This is bad. This is bad news bears. At least we have Nest Ball for Zoroark, and I mean, we definitely have a Zoroark VSTAR to evolve. I mean, at least we got that. What are we up against? Ancient Box. Alright, well, this hurts. This is not... Oh my god, this is going to be the worst thing to Phantom Star away, but I don't have a choice. I could go Squawk, but then I get rid of all of my V-Stars. Do I at least have one more in the deck? I do. Alright, we can make this work with 2 Zoroarks. It's not the end of the world. I could always Cyllene one back. I don't play Rod. Maybe you should play a Rod in this deck. Or just hear me out. Roseanne's backup. Oh my gosh. Dude, I feel like I gotta play Roseanne's. I mean, I know we would have had game against, what was it, the Palkia deck if Cyllene hit that one heads. Like, Cyllene is so clutch so often because of zooming draw. Like, Cyllene zooming draw is the most disgusting thing. Maybe we get rid of something else for Roseanne's because Roseanne's is so useful. It's not even funny. But we'll see. We'll see what we could do. Also, I just realized something is my music... Okay, sorry for the cut. I had a very scared moment where I realized that since I'm playing the music out loud for like Cappy to kind of just hang and listen in a bit more, and there's more just noise for her, which genuinely does help her out a lot, I was scared that I was getting picked up in the background of my mic. But it's quiet enough where I don't think it is, but that's something I definitely have to look into a little more closely, because I'm not trying to mess around with copyright. I'm definitely playing copyrighted music right now. So let's bench Cape Draw Bog. It's not even worth getting rid of, and I'm just going to Zoroark VSTAR. Just rip the Phantom Star. Now, zooming draw after. Because there's the worst comes to worst, I zooming draw into another... Okay, it would have been canceling clone, but I was going to say, if I got like my other Zoroark VSTAR, I would have been so upset. This hand isn't bad. It's not great. I don't have Double Turbo Energy and Switch. Those are kind of the two big cards I need to see. We get another Doduo. You know what? That's fine. If we have to attack with the Dodrio and just do some chip damage, so be it. You know, we'll force the Odd Prizer now. I could go Boss. Could I ever take a KO? I don't think so. Unless I somehow get a damage pump, which I don't know how that's possible. I think we go Great Ball, see what I could get. Zoroark, definitely need another one of those. And what are the chances they don't have another energy? There's 2 in discard. I wasn't really watching what they were doing last turn either, so I apologize that I didn't give anyone like the big catch up. They played Vessel, they got 2, they used concealed cards, and then they manual attached. They actually might not have. They didn't have Sada either. They didn't play any Sada. Hold on, let me double check. No, they didn't play any Sada. They might not actually have an attack next turn. I don't know if I actually want to use this Dodrio. I think I'm just going to throw the gift energy down. You know what? I could even boss up Greninja. That could buy me some more time. Let's do that. So let's throw gift energy on the active. Let's play boss on Greninja. Canceling Cologne is not something I need this game. However, I could Ultra Ball it away. So I'm just going to hold the hand and swing Ballistic Beak for 40 damage just to swing. And this is fine. This isn't the best play I wanted. I did want to get a Zoroark in the active and start attacking with that guy, but it's fine. It'll do. We would have been short a KO, even with Double Turbo Energy, even if I used Ultra Ball to get another basic. And they got Explorer's Guidance, so they need Switch Energy, which a lot of lists don't play Switch. Maybe they play Cheren, but they're using Guidance, so they're not using Cheren. So Greninja might be stuck in the active, and that's fine. If I can get rid of Greninja now, that'd be great for us. We're swinging for 70 next turn with Dodrio, which is, they have 90 HP. Oh, just shy of a KO. That hurts. Although Damage Pump can fix everything. So we'll see what they got. They got Pokestop, got rid of Gape Draw Bog. That definitely hurts us a little bit, because we're down. We're losing the race, technically. What did they get off that Pokestop? Definitely need a Secret Box, of course. Of course. So if they have a Switch, they're finding it. If they have... Actually, you know what they could go? If they played Dark Patch, they could do Dark Patch, manual attach to Greninja, and then retreat it into Roaring Moon since they use a Dark Patch. We'll see. I know, like, some lists don't play Dark Patch, some lists do play Dark Patch. I don't know if it's 100% worth it. And they don't play Dark Patch. Okay, but they got Sada for next turn. I got Judge, though. So they're not playing that Sada. They're probably not playing a lot of the cards in their hand. So I'm just going to rip the Judge and see if I can get anything huge off that. And then I'll Zooming Draw again. Although I'll probably Ultra Ball away, what, Canceling Clone top deck? Get out another Dodrio. Oh, no, because we have Dodrio. Get out Zoroark VSTAR. Yes, because it's going to be very hard to find that last guy. Oh, Happy's walking by. What's up, Happy? You coming in? Hey, dude. She might start meowing in a little bit. She has full reign to my whole apartment now. Yeah, here's the Dark Patch. So they do play Dark Patch. I wasn't even paying attention to the stuff they were getting. So they got the KO on Dodrio. Okay. All right. Now we're definitely in the scariest spot we could possibly be in. So we're not swinging KO. How much damage are they swinging? Hopefully not an insane amount. It should be, though. They got 23 cards left, 150, enough to two-shot. What's up, Happy? Where are you going, dude? And we draw 3 cards. Gape Draw Bog actually is a great card to get here. What else helps out a lot? That's not what I wanted to click. I wanted to look at my discard pile. We've only lost 1 gift. That's fine. That's fine. Let's get Zoroark in the active. If I could use Cheren's Care this match, it's going to be the biggest thing. And this was maybe one of the worst hands I've ever had. That is a great card to get. Goodbye, goodbye. Got some damage counters on the bench. That's huge. And we're going to need a Dodrio now. Oh, no, I got Dodrio. So let's continue to take Zoroark. And we got Gape Draw Bog. We got Judge. We honestly have a lot of cards I don't mind using. Oh, I think she's in the litter box. Sorry, it's outside my door. I don't know if you could hear it. I apologize if you can. They got 8 cards in hand. I know Sada's one of them. Let's just Judge. Judge, draw a new 4, hopefully get a DTE. I could research, but confidence. Confidence that I was getting the DTE on that one. Actually, this is going to be a make or break too. We technically don't even one-shot them with that tool attached. That pesky tool, and we still don't. What's up, Happy? Whew, even if I got Gengar, we're not one-shotting them. Oh, this is bad. This is bad. Definitely not the setup I wanted. Hey, dude. Yeah, she's meowing in the back. You guys are definitely going to hear her soon. She's walking around, making her laps around the apartment she now has access to. And there's nothing I could do. I did not get Damage Pump. If I got Damage Pump, I might have been able to make it work. Nah. I'm not going to use Gengar. Not yet. It doesn't help us. If I need it next turn to force the 2-shot, I'll just take it next turn. I've got 120 HP left. Next turn we swing for 130 when we get Gengar onto our bench from its ability. So I'm not worried about not getting Gengar. I really just don't want to see it get like boss stalled if I don't have to. So I'll just vibe. I'll just wait. And they research get rid of Asada. Huge for us. That's really big. They're only down 1 though. Okay. And they got superior energy retrieval. So they definitely got that in case they need some energy in hand. Let's use Greninja. Although they're going to be looking for another Roaring Moon, which they got with that Ultra Ball. Yeah, this matchup is definitely not feeling too great because we're whiffing all types of things we needed. I mean, legitimately, like everything. I could Ciphermaniac for Cheren's Care, although at this point, because they're going to swing into us right now, unless I top deck Cheren's Care, it's not going to help us at the moment. So I think we just go Ciphermaniac for... I don't even know. I'm actually at such a loss for what's needed at this point. Man, yeah, I'm not sure. That tool really threw things off. Even if they didn't have the tool attached, though, we whiffed the KO. We were swinging 130. We're missing it by 10 damage. I talked about pure consistency, and I think it was there in the first 2 games. But right now, man, I am just at a loss. I am at a loss. So what do we top deck? Cyllene. Does that help us? Is there anything I really want? Yes. Zoroark VSTAR Doduo could be good. Although, I don't know if I want to use that now or after. Even a damage pump. Doduo. We could do this with 2 Zoroark, maybe. If we get a good Cheren's Care down. Yeah, we got the timer starting. I know. I just don't know what I want. Let's go Cyllene over Ciphermaniac. There's nothing I could put on top of my deck that's going to fix anything. So let's just go Cyllene, see if I could get a heads or 2. We get 2 heads. Actually, that's crazy. So it's just Ciphermaniac, but from discard. So what do I want? Probably... Oh, boy. I don't really think this through now, huh? Could do Doduo and Zoroark, just to have them. Get them benched. Start stacking up on damage, because there's no way we could one-shot this guy without Cape Drop Bog and Damage Pump. We need so many different things. I could fall back on a Dodrio, actually. Dodrio might be able to take the KO, because I have Switch in hand. Let's do this. Let's do this. And then, assuming draw 4 times, what? 4 times 3 is 120, 130. Oh my god. Actually, wait, you do take the KO. We swing 120. Yeah, actually, you know what? We do take the KO with Dodrio or Zoroark. I knew that. I'm thinking last turn, still thinking previous maths. I'm going to switch into Zoroark, because if I could get a Cheren's Care on this guy, that's going to feel so much better. And we have another Dodrio for next turn, which is nice. So let's just swing him 30. And honestly, he's going to take a KO here, put a bunch of cards into my hand. Put, what, 4 cards into my hand? So that'll be pretty sweet as well. Alright. We got double turbo energy. Oh, for the other Zoroark. This is huge. This is really big now. Okay. Alright. This is one of the hardest matchups for the deck, which hurts. Because I think right now, Ancient Box is one of the best decks you could play in this current format. If not the best deck you could play in the current format. I think it has the best... Oh my god, they did not just Pokestop away 2 Bossada. That... Yo, maybe luck has turned around. Maybe Lady Luck has started to favor Zoroark VSTAR and Dodrio over Roaring Moon and Fluttermane. They have another Sadas, but that's their 3rd Sadas. If they go for a Hex Hurl, that would be really funny. They probably will, too. Keep this Roaring Moon on the bench. It makes the most sense for them, because they could KO with Fluttermane, which is fine. It's what I had to do, I think, because if I could force Cheren's Care one way or another, I think I absolutely needed to. I needed to reset a Zoroark, because they're going to be in OHKO range very, very soon. They probably are there already, actually. What am I saying? Oh, boy. This one's close. This match is going to be one of the... Maybe the closest match out of the 3 of them. Although the first game. I don't think it gets closer than the first game, because it really just came down to deck out. We had game on board if they... No matter what. I mean, I don't know which game is closer. This one feels good, though. Yo, put the damage counters on Doduo, please. No, they put it on Zoroark. Okay, that's fine. Absolutely fine. I'm going to promote the Zoroark that doesn't have an insane... Oh, we get Cheren's Care? I mean... Got access to it. Might as well. Although, ooh, do we even have enough to take a KO? Actually, might not. We're going to... Great Ball first. I need Gape Draw Bog to feel... Oh, no. We should, because we had Gengar in the discard pile. We got Ultra Ball, too. So let's use Zooming Draw. Actually, let's Ultra Ball first for... What would I even get rid of? Let's Zooming Draw first, because I don't want to get rid of anything in my hand at all. I'd rather get rid of Manaphy top deck right here. Max Belt. Yeah, I can get rid of Max Belt. I'm playing Ancient Box. It's useless in this match. It's for Charizard. Like, one of the most popular decks played right now. And let's take another Zoroark. Try to force as many of these guys as possible. Right? Then we could bench this guy. Rip. How much are we swinging for? We're swinging 130. I'm going to heal the damaged Zoroark. And now we're swinging 80. Which isn't KO range. Okay, but that's fine, because we got Gengar. So it's not the end of the world. Now we get Gengar in play, because now we need it. So you get Gengar, you use the Netherworld Gate ability when it's necessary for KOs, fixing math, stuff like that. We needed it at this point. We'll swing 130 now. And they probably have the KO with Roaring Moon. However, that attack they had on that Zoroark where they didn't one-shot now became less important, because we just said do it again. And we got the Double Turbo Energy Zoroark in hand to just keep the pressure on. So, you know what? This match is close. I think they still have the upper hand. We didn't get an early lead like we needed against a single prize deck that could OHKO our Pokemon very easily. But we're making the comeback we wanted to see against it. You know, like, we're giving it the best go. And there's the final SADA in discard. And 2 Palpad. Yo, they actually might not have any SADA left. Oh, that could be huge for us, because losing 2, you don't play 3 Palpad. There is no shot you play 3 Palpad, and they're down 2 Palpad for SADA. Okay, but they got 2, oh man. Wait, actually, this is bad. Because Dodrio doesn't have nearly enough damage to get KO a Roaring Moon. I guess I could damage pump, maybe. They're swinging 250. Ooh, this isn't good. I could put damage pump on top. How many damage pump did we discard? We discarded 2, right? 2. So we get 1 more with Zooming Draw. We'll have 3. 3 times 3 is 190. Doesn't guarantee the KO, though. I'm thinking if I use damage pump from Gengar onto Dodrio. Oh, wait, 190, but then we add 10 from Zooming Draw. So, wait, hold up. We'd have 40 damage counters on ourselves. Times 3 is 120. Plus 10 is 130. No shot, we're 1 away. That's upsetting. That's really upsetting. But they're not at KO range yet. They're not at KO. They're 20 damage short, but that'll be the easiest 20 damage ever. Oh, man. Maybe I should have promoted it. Full sent it off Pokestop. I'm not sure. Not totally sure. How many Superior Energy Retrievals and stuff have they used? Used 1. How many Ultra Balls? Just 1. Yeah, there's a good chance they could get out of it. I'm going to get rid of Pokestop. I just want them to stop thinning. I don't know if there's anything in their hand that's necessary for them to clutch up. We could do Research. We could Palpad. Attach Double Turbo Energy. Yeah, actually, I don't hate Research at this point. Do Research on top. Gape Draw Bog on bottom. How many cards left in the deck? 17. Yeah, let's do it. Because then I can attach Double Turbo to active. Palpad. Get Cheren's Care back. Research. I like it. I think that's... Oh, no, I just used Ciphermaniac. Oh. Ooh. I'm literally Ciphermaniac-ing cards up. That's fine, though. Because then I can Zooming Draw, put... I think I misplayed that a little bit. Should have done Palpad, got back Cheren's Care, put it in the deck, Zooming Draw, Cheren's Care to the top. But it's fine, because we're gonna get it next turn. No problem. So we're going to get Cheren's Care. Honestly, even Judge. I don't hate. I just need them to whiff an OHKO, which is asking so much. Let's get back Cyllene. We could get back Palpad, which could be anything I need after that. We either live this turn or we don't. There's really no way around it. Oh, and we're not even swinging KO. That's right. Oh, my God. Maybe I should have put damage pump on top, because I could put 1... to active one. No, because if I put 260 damage, then they just need 1 ancient card in discard. Yeah, I think we just lose. Oh, man. Well, actually, you know what? They didn't get rid of anything with that Pokestop. If they don't have a way to discard a single card in their hand, they have Ultra Ball to get rid of the Great Tusk that I know it's in their hand. Alright, yeah, so we lost no matter what. They got rid of 2 ancient cards. We were getting OHKO'd even if I played that last turn right. I think that last turn was shaky. Definitely didn't play it right, but Nothing we could do. That game was uphill battle from the start. I had some hope that we might have been able to clutch up. Maybe if I had Boss, I could have brought up Greninja, although I think they might have had another energy. I'm not sure. But yeah, that one hurt. That one hurt. We're going to go 2-1 for the day against Ancient Box, taking down Zoroark VSTAR finally. And that's fair, to be honest. I mean, I think that matchup is just all single prizes, really hard to KO, and we just could not get roll in that game. I feel like we were always just in a spot we didn't want to be in. Not much I could do, and that's all right. I'll rock with that. It was a ton of fun. I think this deck has a lot. I mean, I don't even think Ancient Box is like an auto loss. I think it's still, you know, because we have Dodrio, and it could very easily one-shot a Roaring Moon if we were able to just get going a little bit better that game. You know, like, I don't think the deck is an auto loss against Ancient Box. I think it's a harder matchup, but every deck has harder matchups. And I think it's definitely worth giving a play. I think this is the time for Zoroark VSTAR. I think this deck has a lot of, you know, like, is it like A tier, S tier? No, but I mean, C tier, B tier, low B tier, mid to high C tier? Yeah, I think it definitely fits in there somewhere. You know, I think this is a time where Zoroark VSTAR could see some play. So give it a shot, take it out of your bulk bin, get it out of the binders, bring it to your locals. Let's see how well it could do. I hope you guys enjoyed the video though. It was definitely a ton of fun to record. I highly recommend this deck. Right now, so give it a shot. Anyways, with that being said, thank you so much for watching and making it this far in the video. I will catch you guys later. Stay epic. Peace.